Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investor Daily Update for Wednesday, August 18th. Today's big loser was Tuya, negative 19%, Chinese company. Why am I not surprised? The big winner is an American biotech company called Pharmacyte Biotech, or PMCB ticker symbol. They're up 160% today. Volume was massive at 210 million. Volume. Let's look at the stock a little bit closer. I want to see if this is a buying opportunity. Wow. Okay. This looks like it might be. I'm not gonna personally. I'm not going to invest in this. This is a biotech company. Those are very risky plays. Let's look at the. Let's zoom out a little more to see the last year and see if this is worth possibly investing a little bit into. Okay. Well, it looks like the support is around 696. And they are currently at 872 and they closed at 342. So that would have been a good entry point at that point. However, the resistance is all over the place. It looks like you could see resistance at $44. So this could possibly be a really good play. I mean, look at the volume here. Maybe it was being shorted incredibly. I don't know. Maybe that was the case. So perhaps Wall Street Bets or similar kind of community identified this opportunity where this stock is being shorted beyond belief. And this was at $1,700, but more realistically, let's just say 200. Could be a reverse stock split though. So I'm just going to stick to these more recent numbers because biotech companies are kind of notorious for doing reverse stock splits and just uh, seeing a price per share over $1,000 at one point, and then just going to almost pennies just because of all the reverse stock splits and things like that. So okay, let's look at the more recent chart. This is I believe a 3-year chart or 2-year chart. Let's look at the last year, the 52 weeks here. Support looks like it's pretty steady right at 633. So it dropped below that, went down to 3. So that was actually a good buy at that point. It was next to nothing. Although there is a risk for companies like this to go bankrupt. So that's the risk you take, to lose everything. But the other risk you take, I should say, the gamble you take, is it can go right back up to 15, maybe even $20 from $3. So that's quite a yield for you if you were to do that. I mean, if you look down here, it was at $6, it was at 7, and then it went all the way up to 37, went all the way up to 51. But it also dropped. I mean, you can see various levels of support. This level looks to be pretty reliable. It was at this level for $18 for about, what is that, January to June. So about 6 months it was at this level. However, it's fallen off recently. Went down to 8, I should say 10, went up to 20, went down to 7, went right back up to 18, went down. So I think this is going, yeah, it did go back up. I think this could go back up. Yeah, I think this will go right back up to 20. Uh, Again, this is a risk. This is a very risky play. Biotech companies, I am very wary of. But this is interesting. Just looking at the chart action, just that alone. So let's look at these news catalysts. What's going on with Pharmacyte Biotech? Studies. They're doing a study, closing a 15 million offering. Statement on Nasdaq uplisting. Okay, I'm going to look at that. So here in Apex Investor, we try to identify the biggest or best investments or best plays in the stock market. So is Pharmacyte Biotech one of these plays? Look at this chat. It's going crazy right there. I mean, the volume was immense. Again, the average is 433,000 and reached 213 million. So that's an increase of, I don't know, 100,000%. Like that's amazing. At least 1,000% increase. So they're saying the float is really crazy. And personally, I think they might short this again. I think this might be a chase, but this could go right back up to 20. I mean, depending on what happens, I think the shorts may be solidifying their position. Perhaps they're going to put up a fight as they usually do, and this might be shorted right back down to $2, $3, and then you buy that dip, and then you wait for it to go up, and then buy it. I mean, it's all about buying the dip, identifying true support. So I think true support we're looking at less than $3. So I honestly would not chase this at this point. I would wait and see if the short's going to put up a fight. They probably will, and then wait for it to go up. Eventually, it might squeeze. I mean, if given the pressure, like in the AMC and GameStop with the short squeezes there, this could go up to 20, could go up to even 50. This could be a really big place. So it's interesting how, thank you, Finviz, for your pointing that out. Okay, so let's look at these news catalysts here. They released a statement regarding the NASDAQ uplisting. This was from 2 days ago. Biotech company focusing on developing cellular therapies for cancer and diabetes. Okay. Becoming a NASDAQ listed company is an important milestone. So they weren't before, I guess. What were they before? Penny stock yeah, they were OTC. So they were an OTC market company. Huh. Okay, well, I wouldn't invest in them right now. I would say wait for $3 and below. This is a little bit of a chase. Again, it did increase 189%. Tomorrow we could see a war. In the next weeks we could see a war. We could see hedge funds really doubling down. They announced the closing of a 15 million public offering. 3.5 million shares at how much? How much is per share? Okay, it doesn't really say how much per share. I guess you have to do the math yourself. Okay, sorry, I don't know how much this is selling per share. 13.6 million. I'm not sure exactly how much this should be going for, but let's go right back here. Maybe look at the conversations. Might give us a better idea. Okay, I'm going to pause this. And we'll check the trending stocks right after. I don't want to waste people's time, so I'm going to pause this for a moment. Okay, so this stock is up another 8% after hours to 1070. So this looks like this could be the next big thing. I don't know, this Pharmasite Biotech, it's just exploding. I'm really glad I found it. Wow. They have the best technology. I don't know about that. Who bought over $9 here? I mean, a lot of people, like I said, this could go to $20. I think it's going to happen. So people who bought at 9, they might have gotten a good deal, but I wouldn't chase that. Still wouldn't chase that. Okay, so a lot of people are saying they're going to cure cancer. You know what? I don't believe that. But anyway, good luck. Outstanding shares only 1.6 million. Today's shares 100 million. Well undervalued. Got lucky to get in at 6:30. Sold at 9. Yeah, I think this could go up a little more throughout the week. We'll see. It's going to be a wild next 6 months, 6 to 8 months with metamaterials and everything going on. And my video yesterday was regarding metamaterials and Clover, whether they are like the next GME and the next AMC. And the thing is, regarding that, yeah, I do see a correlation just in terms of the shape of their charts and how both of them are shorted. But one thing that came to mind when I was thinking about it, like reflecting on these two ticker symbols, yeah, I reflect on stocks. So basically, if I am in the metamaterials camp, but if I knew somebody, a friend of mine who invested in Clover, invested, a significant amount, and they told me, "I don't think Clover is going up. You think I should sell it?" I'd say, "Hell no! Are you kidding me? That stock's gonna go right back up to 20 and probably more. Hold that. It's gonna go up. Believe me." And the reverse is true, where they would tell me, they don't own metamaterials, they own Clover, and they're saying, "I don't know if Clover is gonna go up. I'd rather sell it, but uh, if I told them, okay, should I sell metamaterials? Do you think this is ever going to go up again?" They'll probably tell you, don't. It's going to go up. This is a great company. I think you bought into a better company than I have. Clover can only get into, medical services, healthcare, but Meta can do everything. They can get into aviation. They could get into phones, EV, the automotive market. They can get into military, get into things with Panasonic, with there's so many applications with metamaterials. They tell me don't do it. Just I think the principle there is the grass is greener on the other side. So because we're in our position, whatever it is, whether you're at Clover, metamaterials, AMC, because we own a stock, it's like we have some kind of bias that this is doing poorly. But when you look at someone else's portfolio and they tell you, "Oh, should I sell this Tesla stock because it's down. I bought it at 900 or whatever they bought it at. Should I sell it?" And you'll tell them, "Well, Tesla's a good company, but you did buy it too expensive." But regardless, it's the principle is and the grass is greener on the other side most often. That's just human nature. Okay, so let's get to the trending stocks here. DD, okay, looks like they're just taking a hit there. Uh, looks like they're getting new levels of support. And metamaterials is up a little bit, a smidgen, but it's over $3. They're up 10 cents. So it's good to finish in the positive. UVXY is up 10%, which is not very good for the market, meaning uh, instability is good or not good. That's what's going on. The Dow is down 1%, so just below 35,000 points. Um, okay. And who else is moving? Okay, my apologies. I did not look at this beforehand. Usually I do. FTEG, that's one of those meme stocks before. I call this a meme stock because it really was a meme stock. Um, Sundial, that's still kicking, eh? All right. And then you have AMC at $36, so down a little bit, but relatively stable. GME down a little bit as well, down to 157. So it looks like they are uh, fizzling out. Unfortunately, that's just my feeling. I think that's what's going on there. Okay, why did Airbus open up? Interesting way. Airbus is opening. It's not what I wanted to do. It was metamaterials, but Airbus is opening up. So DD, 52-week range, 716. So this is looking like it's getting to support. This could be a good buy at $7 and below. So it's getting pretty close to that level that you want to enter this at. This could go right back up to 10. So 750. You're looking at 750 as your support level, 750 and below, and we are right at the cusp of that. This is not a bad play, to be honest. It's one of the few Chinese companies I would buy into is DD and Canon and SOS, those three. Baba, I'm not sure about that one. I don't even know if that's a Chinese company. It's just owned by a Chinese person. Doesn't mean it's a Chinese company necessarily. So let's open up metamaterials. Not Airbus. I don't know why I opened up Airbus. And I'll save you some time and look at stuff behind the scenes. Okay, so as we're waiting for metamaterials chart to load, they're loaded. I was just thinking about that biotech company I opened up with, or FinViz notified me about, that went up over 100% today. They were up at $20, and they're looking for the cure for cancer, which is something. It's like trying to grasp the wind. Uh, there are cures for cancer. It's not going to come through a biotech company, but metamaterials is a company that does a lot of practical things that can be used in our society and has better prospects than that company we looked at earlier. So for that company to go to 20 and stay there, metamaterials is severely undervalued when I really think about it. Um, so if we look at the days range 280 to 316. So we have found a new level of support. 280 is that level. 280 is the new level of support. You can see the bounce right up to 315. So that's your level of support is 280, 285 and below. Just to be safe, 285 and below. That's an Apex Investor approved trade entry point there for metamaterials. All right, George Palikaras did tweet today, tweeted about an article on Nature. It says electric cars and batteries. How will the world produce enough? As millions of electric vehicles hit the road, batteries inside will contain 10s of kilograms of materials that have yet to be mined. Material scarcity is the issue at Elon Musk. Go beyond. So, how are they going to get this? Can they fabricate it? How will metamaterials help with the solution? Oh my goodness, here we go. Many types of metamaterials are being manufactured using the same equipment that makes computer chips. Meta has invented new processes that use a fraction of the material bulk, thinner, and in most cases without rare earths or scarce materials, maintaining and expanding performance. So he's saying we can make this material that they need. Being in the lighting industry, being dependent on China for rare earth phosphorus sucks. They crashed the economy. Okay, so what George Palikaros is saying is that we can make this material that they need for the batteries, and we can make them even more efficient than what they are naturally. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if that is possible. If what he's saying is true, then Tesla is going to be all in, and not just Tesla. A lot of Lucid Motors. A lot of people are going to be really rich if he's right. So we'll see. We'll see if he can deliver on his statement here, his response saying that many types of metamaterials are being manufactured using the same equipment that makes computer chips. They've invented new processes that use a fraction of the material bulk, in most cases without rare earths. So he's saying that we can make, I don't know, let's look at the response to this, because this is quite eye-opening, if true, because I don't know if I can just take his word for it. But again, he's like Reed Richards in a way, or Tony Stark kind of person in real life. So a lot of people are kind of being negative towards him. So I don't see any more responses, and I honestly don't think he should reply anymore. He's not doesn't have all the time in the world to be responding to everybody, but he did respond, and that's good enough for me. He responded once. So I'm going to go over to Metamaterials subreddit and over to Wall Street Bets first of all. See what's trending, and I'll let you know in a little bit. Okay, so I'm looking at all this loss, PORN, over on Wall Street Bets, and I think one of the biggest ways or the best ways to prevent that from happening is just, again, you're looking at true support levels. You're identifying the true support levels. You're not buying into the stock when it's at an all-time high or when it's, rising up, such as that biotech company that we talked about at the start of this video. You don't just buy into these stocks that are, generating hype. That's not how you do this game. So Wish got a mention as usual. And I think that's it. We didn't see metamaterials throughout, and Clover, the usual suspects were mentioned. So I'm going to close that and look at metamaterials. I'll open up the relevant tabs for you, and let's go through those. Okay, so this post got my attention. Metamaterials to the moon when it's ready to. I agree with that fully. We shouldn't put dates. I mean, I did put a date April 1st, 2022. I think that's pretty safe to say it won't be, below $4 by then. We're below, actually, we're just above $3 as of today, but we'll see where it goes. I'll pause one more time and we'll read these four tabs. Okay, so a lot of shareholders of metamaterials, I think they were too distracted by these FTDs, the dividend, and the stock price. Like, I'm not saying it's not important. Those things are important, but they aren't the most relevant thing. Um, when you look at a business such as Google, Facebook, Netflix, Beyond Meat, Nintendo, Tesla, you don't just look at the stock price. You look at the company as a corporation, as a service, as you look at them through their products, what they offer to mankind. Uh, Only then you can get a better picture of, okay, does this company have potential? Should they be priced where they are? Because it's not just the numbers and all these things like FTDs that determine the stock price. It's news catalysts, it's reality. So I think that's one thing we have to consider when we look at metamaterials. Okay, what is this? Allowing to freedom. Okay, so typo there. Okay, what is this? Turn down investment bank offers 500 million. So I think someone offered them 500 million. Okay, what is this about? That's pretty interesting. You're working for Citadel. Okay, I'm not going to look at that. That's just hypothetical stuff there. I'm going to look at this image. And apparently it's a tweet from George regarding the value of the Torchlight asset. Someone thought they were only 72 million. No, they're much more than that. And so the dividend will be distributed once all those assets are sold off. It's looking like over 500 million, so half a billion in assets. Turned down. Investment bank offers $500 million on unsolicited bought deal. No can do, no limit, no discount, no deal. So that's very interesting. This was from June 21st. He turned down the offer, so they are shorting. They are shorting, yeah. But anyway, it's up to them. They can short if they like. I mean, they're going to pay the price once the stock takes off. They're going to have to cover the positions. They're going to have to buy it back higher. George replies to a question on Twitter, and that's the one we read earlier. So it's been a few weeks now. George explained this. They can make a lot of things better and cheaper. Okay, someone's joking around there. AMD was close to bankruptcy in 2015 and trading at $2. Now they are $105 and a leader in CPU. Things change. Amen. Plans and products come to fruition. Metamaterials is nowhere close to a possibility of bankruptcy. Well said, because they're not in debt. They have zero debt virtually, and they're only going to increase in their productivity, increase in the revenue. They've acquired a nanotech company recently, and they're working in a incubation facility that is funded by the federal government of Canada, and they share that with Tesla of all companies, which buys very well for them. They wouldn't Tesla would not be part of an incubation facility that is not does not have positive, good potential there. Yeah, he would extinguish those rumors if they held no truth or substance. He has not. My goodness. And he's tagging the CEO of said company. Yeah, why is he doing that? I mean, wouldn't Elon Musk respond? I mean, no, if he did, that would be bad, right? Because if he responds, it's the metamaterial stock is going to explode. So he has to do so subtly. You can't at him. He can't at George, but he can respond in subtle ways like the metaphoric. Why would he even say meta? There's no rhyme or reason for him to say metaphoric. And he even called out metamaterials at one point, tweeted that. Okay, what is it with hair up? I don't understand what that's about. The bottle's ready to go? Does that mean? I don't know what that means anyway. Okay, so I guess maybe they're just not doing it. I don't I'm not sure what that means. The man, the myth, the legend. The correct and official site is this. So this is from today as well. SEC browse. The SEC report is not official. Our team has been asking for updates in every single site, which misclassified Meta, including the SEC. So thanks for clearing it up. Yeah, so that's awesome that they've been trying to correct that. So we'll see. Time will see if it will be corrected. The morning rain clouds up my window. So someone tweeted at Pelikaris, I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got 'em. Answer, Elon Musk. Okay, I don't understand. Are you just trying to put 2 things together? Okay, yeah, I don't get it either. I guess he's implying there's a relationship there, but they can't make it official yet because due to legal reasons or waiting for things uh, to be legally permissible. When are we going to get an account of all shares? How long can the SEC allow naked shorts that don't exist? Okay, so that was just a question posted on Reddit, and he does not browse Reddit. As far as I know, he does not. He should do a ask me anything on metamaterials, but then again, he can't answer everything. So it's a sticky situation. Don also mentioned in July of this year, Tesla will allow him to work with select Nova Scotia businesses, and this made him very happy. Speculation, George's tweet, plus the fact Meta and Tesla share the same address. I don't know. So I think the title of this video is pretty clear. It's going to be George tweeting or adding at Elon Musk. I mean, that's all what happened today. Why would he be so bold to do that if there is no relationship there? You don't do such things. If you are the CEO and founder of a company such as Metamaterials, you don't at another CEO. That's irresponsible if there's no mutual respect or some kind of relationship there. So he's kind of stealth announcing something. That's, I mean, someone can speculate and say, oh, he's just doing that to get attention, you know, and wants to generate hype. But again, that's irresponsible if there is no relationship there. It's irresponsible of a CEO and founder of a $1 million company. I think they're $1 billion company, Metamaterials, to tweet at another CEO and founder of another $1 billion company, such as Elon Musk of Tesla, if there is no mutual, at least the very least, mutual respect or some kind of relationship going on behind closed doors, which I suspect is happening. I think a lot of us have this feeling there is a relationship there. They just can't announce anything. They're waiting for the right time to strike so that both stocks will benefit. They're waiting for the perfect storm to brew. Okay, Dalhousie University's Jeff Don announces renewed partnership with Tesla. So they shared a video of Jeff Don, a professor of physics, atmospheric science. They wanted to help create better lithium ion batteries for Tesla. Okay, so where's that thing about? So he also mentioned, okay, I should read the whole thing, shouldn't I? I'm excited to welcome Chang Ying Yang and Michael Metzger as the new assistant professors. They're outstanding scientists going to join our partnership with Tesla. They bring us new ideas, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited. They're going to do advanced battery research. They noted he recently turned 64. He didn't want to see the laboratory go into the ocean. He noted over the next 5-year period, Yang and Metzger will take over the laboratory operations and continue the partnership with Tesla. Don also mentioned in July of this year, Tesla will allow him to work with select local Nova Scotia businesses. Wow. Yeah, who else is in Nova Scotia? That's Metamaterials. This made him very happy. The reason why he couldn't interact with them was due to exclusive industrial contracts. Oh my goodness, this could be Metamaterials. We need electrified transportation, we need grid energy storage. So we can store the power from solar panels and wind turbines. So that is something Metamaterials can actually get into, is the solar panels, making them more efficient. Batteries for those applications, again, George implying that they can make these materials for the batteries. So maybe they're going to be working with these people from the university. That's what we work on here. We're trying to help the world to transition to clean energy and eliminate fossil fuels. Okay, lower cost batteries. And I think that's what they're trying to do as well. Metamaterials trying to make more efficient batteries and materials at a lower cost as well, because they're not having to depend on, as one commenter said, China. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Oh, let's look at some comments here. Oh, that's the same comments. We know they have the same address, one in California. Yeah, so I mean, I know we're all waiting for a big announcement, and that's good. You should wait for an announcement because they're coming. I think we'll hear of one, we'll read of one, we'll see of one come to fruition before April the 1st, 2022. That's 8 months from now. I understand it's a long time to wait. Not everyone has that luxury of waiting. So, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to sell for a loss. I strongly recommend you don't. I strongly discourage you to do that. At the very least, sell at, $10, or if you can wait, maybe even 20. But pending this big announcement, whether it's Samsung, whether it's Tesla, whether it's another deal with Boeing, Airbus, Northrop Grumman, whether it's a deal with Lockheed Martin, once again. I mean, they have not done a deal with Northrop Grumman, but that is very much in the cards. Once those deals are announced, one of them or all of them, Metamaterials is going to go to the moon, not because of just us holding, but because of reality. And that's something we have to realize, is when these things are reality, and Metamaterials is a company very much in demand and at the center of all these different markets, all these different areas of production, of industry, healthcare. You have the mobile phones, you've got the EV market, you've got the military, aerospace, aviation. I mean, what can't they get into? I mean, video games maybe, and food probably. But besides that, they're almost in any. They're even in currency production. They're literally printing money. The money that goes towards trading and things like that. Yeah, they're literally printing money. They're helping. They acquired a company that provides, big security features, anti-theft, special film, holographic materials for actual currency. So I have nothing else to say, folks. The title of this video will be George Polycaros, Metamaterials, tweeting at Elon Musk. So that was the big development today. You don't do that unless there is at least, number one, mutual respect. And if not that, or if that, then there's a relationship behind the scenes that we just don't know about. And most likely will be revealed in the future whether that was a thing or not. So thank you very much for your time, and God bless you all. God bless your investments.